Don't forget that you have a rendezvous with Mr. Hendricks.
Acknowledge, Belfry. Court has Hendricks. They can't have gone far.
Known criminals have been spotted in the area.
And that's Hendricks.
We need officers near the Gotham Naval Research Facility.
We'll get it done.
Court goons. Hendricks has to be here somewhere.
Whoever's out there, I knocked out one guy, but there's more of them.
They're not done yet.
You're asking for trouble. I will defeat you back. Use a crimson move.
More bad guys? No problem.
I had a feeling this day was coming. You wouldn't believe the things that I heard at the hotel.
The court probably wanted to make sure you didn't talk.
Shit, they're real? That explains the masks. Look, one of my guys was feeding them info. And you know what? You should probably have all the same intel too.
Thanks. This is incredibly helpful.
This city is going to the birds, I swear.
Belfry, Hendricks is safe and sound. I have the data we need as well.
Excellent. Please return to the Belfry so we can evaluate next steps.
Seconds away from the scene, dispatch.
Got to get out of here. Great! More of this.
Oh yeah, it's time to party!
Well, maybe it's time for me to go.
Hey, Batgirl's here!
Someone help me!
She's going!
This might be the last of it!
What just happened?
Somebody help! She'll show sooner or later. Hopefully later.
Let's ready to deal with this.
Damn it, I need help!
Watch yourselves! She's...
Thank you!
Interesting. Don't live your life, re-cue it.
Officers needed to investigate near Hemlock and Shelley. Suspicious activity reported. Officers advised to use caution.
Rec makes everything better. It's the best! I really wanted to ask her some questions.
The doc wants us to help them live their dreams, you know? This could be going better!
Too late to run now.
This sucks!
Maybe this will help.
Earthquake? I heard it was an explosion.
I've uploaded the data we got from Hendrix. It should be ready soon. I've seen Bruce make that same face when he got stuck on a case. What's on your mind?
Everything starts with Ra's al Ghul attacking Batman, but I can't figure out how it connects.
You've never had to fight the League, have you? Ra's was a fanatic. He formed the League of Shadows centuries ago to to root out corruption all over the world.
His philosophy, if you want to call it that, is that he should destroy things to build them back up. He's wiped out multiple cities over the centuries.
He set his sights on Gotham. Batman stopped him. He was impressed, so he named Bruce his heir.
That suddenly, even though Bruce said no thanks.
But it meant Ra's left Gotham alone. And that is until he showed up and... Bruce.
Talia says Ra's was behaving erratically when he died.
Yeah. I put money on that not being the whole story.
Hang on. What if our starting point is earlier? Batman died while he was investigating the Court of Owls.
You think Ra's found out about it? But why come after his heir?
Ra's cares about two things: rooting out corruption and protecting the Lazarus Pits. So if the court was using an extract from the pits to create talents...
Ra's blows a gasket, steps in himself. Things escalate. Both he and Bruce end up dead.
And without Batman keeping a lid on Gotham's corruption, the court starts to stretch its wings.
The League follows Ra's to Gotham, and there's nobody to stop them from attacking the court.
Gotham City becomes ground zero for a goddamn war.
And no Batman to save it.
I guess that's our job now.
Yeah. It is. And we know what we need to do. We root out the court, and we keep the League away from Gotham.
I really miss him.
Excellent. The drive Mr. Hendricks provided us contains exactly what we need. I've set up a safe house for Mr. Hendricks. His original one was compromised, but he'll be all right now.
Glad to hear it. So the pills were prescribed by some doctor no one's even heard of. Any other leads?
The website for the mysterious Dr. Q seems to have vanished, but we'll keep looking.
I haven't been able to find direct evidence of Harley being attached to this, but I know it's her. So what's her angle?
Is that not always the question with Dr. Quinzel?
Let me know when you find something, Alfred.
Of course.
Belfry, I've reached the Orchard Hotel.
The balcony door should be open. That's your entry point.
A penthouse. You went all out on this one, Belfry.
Let's not make a habit of this. We don't have access to Bruce's credit cards anymore.
Belfry, I'm in. Time to find some owls.
Good. The party's already started. Find a good spot to eavesdrop on the ballroom, somewhere no one can see you. No one can know you're there.
Nice bitches.
So does mine.
Why is this taking so long? The party will be over by the time they let us in.
Are you always the temptation?
This must be the entrance. Why else would they put this here?
Again with your stupid theory? You saw the elevator. The hotel doesn't have a 13th floor.
Don't mind me.
We'll impress the voice tonight. I'm sure of it.
Belfry, I disabled the security systems.
Nicely done. Remember, those guards are court members in disguise, so take them down if you can.
We have to find them!
Someone's here! It's tonight!
Don't let us get away!
I will defeat you, Batgirl! I'll fight to the bitter end!
business is good. Great, even. Who would have thought this would give the rest of us such a kick in the pants?
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time.
Ah, of course. We'll have to continue this later.
Got another one.
Pillars of Gotham! May I please have your attention? It is my absolute pleasure to present our host for the evening.
That has to be the voice of the court. He's not even trying to be subtle.
Thank you all for the warm welcome. But tonight is not about me. We are here to remember one of Gotham's greatest sons, Bruce Wayne. Now, you all knew the Playboy. I knew his charity. A brash defender of Gotham's best. Though he's gone now, Bruce's contributions to this city will be felt for decades to come. This is for you, Bruce. The last of our precious Wayne family. You've helped us in ways you never realized. And may we, the surviving families of Gotham, strive to live up to your inimitable legacy.
Just found the voice of the court.
Awesome. If you follow him, we might be able to figure out who he is.
Sir, the labs are requesting more Dionysium to meet their production deadline.
I'm aware. Arrangements are being made. Let them know that I expect the quota to be met. No excuses.
Thank you, sir.
What is it? You know I can't take phone calls when I'm working.
arrangements made?
If it pleases the court.
Excellent. I'll see you downstairs.
Into a secret elevator. I can't track him.
I lost him too. He was between floors when the signal went out.
Batgirl, we just found a hidden 13th floor in the hotel blueprints. Maybe that's where the voice went.
This should take me to the 13th floor. Belfry, I found one of those weird court doors. This must be it.
Understood. Tread carefully.
Is hiding. So where did the voice go? Belfry, any clue where to go from here? Belfry? Nothing. There must be a jammer in here. Interesting.
Better take a look.
Looks like the voice called for a meeting. What were they looking at?
But it certainly cannot be underestimated. It is a predator after all. And so are we.
They actually pressed old court speeches on vinyl. Talk about analog.
Ventilation was compromised. Found to be moonlighting for cockroaches. We eliminated him. Our allies...
Crap. The court really did kill Langstrom. I can get this recording to a judge, it could be enough for a conviction.
There's still plenty to clean. Destroy everything. Make it so Raystrom never existed. We must send a message.
I recognize some of these names. These people are either dead or missing. Langstrom's in here too. This must be a hit list.
What was that?
A history of Gotham architecture. The court must have been involved in the construction of these buildings. I'd recognize GCPD Central anywhere. That's the courthouse. City Hall. The Gotham Cathedral. Getting closer, these all represent different kinds of power structures in the city. No wonder the court's interested in them.
Of course. I should have known it was you.
To the mice unlucky enough to be snatched up for our pleasure, may they know without truth.
It's high time we talk.
We are in control.
Well, where are you?
Go to the painting. So you made it here, all by yourself.
You'd think I'd let you destroy Gotham without a fight?
Destroy Gotham? No, we're trying to save her. Preserve her glory. I understand now the potential you could have to do the same.
You're not the first masked villain to try to sell me that line.
The only one hiding behind the mask is you, Miss Gordon.
Jacob? Kane? How?
I know. Just like I knew my nephew Bruce was out there, keeping the peace in his armored pajamas. Don't worry, I didn't tell anyone. Call it loyalty to Martha.
We all live double lives, trying to shelter the city from chaos. It's just, our court is quieter about it.
You're not protecting this city. You and your cult are using it as your personal playground.
Yeah, Batman would probably say the same thing in your position. That's why I never told Bruce about the court. We have the same ends, the same enemies. It's madness. You're not serving us.
Unlike you, I don't kill people.
A difference in tactics, I'll admit.
I know you killed Langstrom, then his assistant. Is that what you call protection?
Those who betray us will suffer for it. Langstrom betrayed the court.
Bruce fought for something bigger than himself. You just want power. He never would have allowed this.
Do not use my nephew against me. I mourn Bruce. I want answers for his death, just like you.
Don't compare us, Jacob.
Understood. I protected Bruce, but I won't protect you. If you won't join us, I'm afraid you'll have to join Langston.
Security breach. We're under attack in the ballroom. They came out of nowhere.
Clearly, I have bigger problems right now.
Just stay out of my way. You won't like what happens next.
Crap. Have to get back to the ballroom.
Is this your best, Batgirl? Bat, don't look away!
No, please, don't!
Wasn't counting on that. Valkyrie, the League of Shadows is here.
Understood. Paramedics have been called.
What's that?
It's a massacre! Okay, let's do this. Behind me. Montoya, it's Batgirl.
I take it you heard what happened at the hotel.
Actually, I was there.
Yeah? Then care to tell me who the hell those assassins were?
That was the League of Shadows. I'll send you everything we have on them.
The slaughter of some of our best and brightest at the Orchard Hotel is a new low for the city of Gotham. It is time for the real heroes, the GCPD, to step up and restore order in our city. To take it back.
Yeesh. Surprisingly, Commissioner Kane isn't a match for any of the voices we collected. Hey!
She may not be a court member, but the commissioner could still be helping them. She did marry Jacob.
Catherine is probably not aware of her husband's secret. I know Jacob well, and have never had even the slightest suspicion.
Colonel Asshole fooled everyone. Even Bruce.
The other people we matched at the ball. John Wycliffe, Isabella Haas, Maria Powers.
All killed at the hotel by the League.
Colonel Kane's the only member we know survived for sure. And probably Old Lady Cobblepot. She's unaccounted for.
And the court is clearly much bigger than Jacob Kane and Constance Cobblepot.
The almighty voice was right, you know. No one will believe a nursery rhyme's been pulling Gotham's strings for so long.
But people will believe that Jacob Kane conspired to murder Langstrom. We have the evidence to prove it. Let's get this to Detective Montoya. See if it's enough for her to build her case.
I'll be sure to include our list of known members, dead or otherwise.
We need to be careful about this. Jacob will be waiting for us to try something.
Someone should talk to Talia. The court and the League are clearly out to kill each other.
And let's be ready when we're caught in between them.
We have new clues for the board.
Does the statue of my dad look like him?
No. Finally. Somebody else around here who's angry. Bruce is dead. The Court of Owls is real. The League of Shadows is running around Gotham. And you're all trying to pretend everything's normal.
This isn't just about the League! Or the court. I can't remember Dad's face. Every time I think of him, he just looks like that stupid statue. And I have a photographic memory. Where I used to. How can I be Batgirl? Solve crime, fight bad guys. If I can't trust my own brain.
You stay angry. And you aim that anger square at every wrong in the world. At least that's what I do. But then...
Thanks, Jason.
No problem. Batgirl.